Hey everyone, welcome back to our enlightening corner of the internet. Today we're peeling back the layers on a topic that resonates with many, lactose intolerance. From understanding what it really is to exploring fascinating facts that may surprise you, we've got it all covered. And remember, to stay in the loop with our intriguing content, don't hesitate to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Eager to delve into the world of lactose intolerance? Well, buckle up because it's time to get started. First things first, what exactly is lactose intolerance? Well, to unpack this, let's first understand that lactose is a type of sugar found in milk and other dairy products. Your body needs a specific enzyme, known as lactase, to break down this sugar into simpler forms that can be easily absorbed. Here's where the crux of lactose intolerance lies. When your body doesn't produce enough of this crucial enzyme, it struggles to digest lactose. This undigested lactose then moves into the colon, where it interacts with bacteria, leading to the symptoms we commonly associate with lactose intolerance: bloating, diarrhea, and abdominal cramps. So, in essence, lactose intolerance is not an allergy to milk, but rather a condition where your body finds it hard to digest the lactose in milk. It's a fascinating process, isn't it? Now let's explore the first fact. Did you know that lactose intolerance is more common than you might think? Indeed, it's a global phenomenon. Many people worldwide experience some degree of lactose intolerance, with certain populations being more affected than others. In some parts of the world, such as East Asia, lactose intolerance is incredibly prevalent. Up to 90% of adults in these regions may experience symptoms of lactose intolerance. This is due to the traditional diets in these areas, which historically did not rely heavily on dairy products. On the other hand, in regions where dairy consumption has been a significant part of the diet for centuries, such as Northern Europe, the prevalence of lactose intolerance is significantly less. But remember, lactose intolerance is not a condition restricted to any one geographical area or population group. It's a worldwide occurrence, affecting millions of people in varying degrees. Now let's move on to the next fascinating fact. Contrary to popular belief, you can develop lactose intolerance later in life. This is known as adult-onset lactose intolerance, a condition that might seem puzzling, but is actually quite common. So, what's behind this phenomenon? Well, as we age, our bodies may produce less of the enzyme lactase, which is needed to break down lactose, the sugar in milk. When there's not enough lactase to do the job, lactose can pass through our gut undigested, leading to the symptoms of lactose intolerance. But what does this look like in real terms? Symptoms can vary from person to person, but common signs of lactose intolerance include bloating, diarrhea, and abdominal cramps after consuming dairy products. Some people might also experience gas and nausea. These symptoms can start as early as 30 minutes to 2 hours after eating or drinking foods containing lactose. It's important to remember, though, that these symptoms can also be caused by other medical conditions. So, if you're experiencing these symptoms, it's a good idea to consult with a healthcare provider before concluding that you're lactose intolerant. They can provide appropriate tests and guidance to get to the bottom of what's causing your discomfort. So, if you thought lactose intolerance was something only kids had to worry about, think again. Adult-onset lactose intolerance is a reality for many, and understanding it is the first step to managing it effectively. It's time to uncover the next surprising fact. Lactose intolerance isn't a one-size-fits-all condition. Indeed, just as we all have our unique quirks and traits, our bodies also respond differently to lactose. So it's crucial to understand that lactose intolerance can vary in severity from person to person. Let's visualize this on a spectrum. On one end, we have individuals who experience mild discomfort after consuming lactose. They might feel a bit bloated or have minor stomach cramps, but generally, they can still enjoy a scoop of ice cream or a slice of pizza without too much trouble. In the middle of the spectrum, we find those who have moderate lactose intolerance. They might be able to tolerate small amounts of lactose, but a bowl of creamy pasta could leave them feeling unwell for hours, with symptoms like nausea, diarrhea, and excessive gas. On the far end of the spectrum, we have those with severe lactose intolerance. For these folks, even a small amount of lactose can trigger intense symptoms. Consuming lactose causes them substantial discomfort, and they typically need to avoid lactose completely to feel their best. The key takeaway here is that lactose intolerance is a personalized experience. It's not an all-or-nothing situation. Understanding where you fall on this spectrum can help you manage your symptoms and make informed dietary choices. Now let's clarify some common misconceptions in our next fact. Many people confuse lactose-free with dairy-free, but there's a crucial difference. Let's break that down, shall we? When we talk about lactose-free products, we're referring to dairy products that have been treated with the enzyme lactase. This enzyme breaks down lactose, the sugar in milk that causes discomfort for those with lactose intolerance. So, lactose-free milk, for instance, still comes from a cow. It just has this added enzyme to make it easier to digest. On the other hand, dairy-free products contain no milk or milk derivatives at all. These products are typically made from plant sources like soy, almond, or oats. So, if you're allergic to milk proteins or are vegan, dairy-free is the way to go. Now here's where the confusion often arises. Just because something is labeled as lactose-free, it doesn't mean it's dairy-free. Remember, lactose-free products still come from milk. They've just been treated to break down the lactose. So, if you see a lactose-free label, don't assume it's safe for those with milk allergies or for vegans. In the end, it comes down to knowing your body and understanding these labels. Whether you're lactose intolerant, allergic to milk, or following a vegan diet, there are options out there for you. Knowledge is power, and understanding these terms can help you make informed decisions about your diet. Let's move on to how you can still get your essential nutrients. Being lactose intolerant doesn't mean you have to miss out on essential nutrients like calcium. It's a common misconception that those who can't tolerate lactose must forego their calcium intake, but that's far from the truth. You see, calcium is vital for our bodies, contributing to bone health, nerve function, and muscle contraction. So, it's crucial to find alternative sources. Let's discuss some of these options. First up, we have dairy alternatives. Many plant-based milks like almond, soy, and oat are fortified with calcium. These beverages are a fantastic option for those who still want to enjoy their morning cereal or coffee while avoiding lactose. And then there is a world of non-dairy foods rich in calcium. Leafy green vegetables such as kale, spinach, and broccoli are excellent sources. Some types of fish like salmon and sardines are also calcium-rich. Seeds and nuts are another great choice. Almonds, for instance, are packed with calcium. And don't forget about tofu, especially the varieties prepared with calcium sulfate. For those with a sweet tooth, certain fruits like oranges and figs can contribute to your daily calcium intake. And lastly, many types of bread and cereals are fortified with calcium, making your breakfast a calcium powerhouse. So, as you see, being lactose intolerant doesn't mean you can't get your daily dose of calcium. It's all about knowing your alternatives and making smart food choices. Finally, let's delve into the genetic factors behind lactose intolerance. Ever wondered why some people are more prone to lactose intolerance than others? Well, it's not just about what you eat or how your body reacts to dairy. The answer lies in your genes. Yes, you heard that right. Genetics plays a significant role in determining whether you can digest lactose or not. You see, the ability to process lactose beyond infancy is a relatively recent evolutionary development. Some populations developed this ability as a survival adaptation to environments where dairy products were a major food source. This genetic adaptation is more common in people of Northern European descent. On the other hand, those of Asian, African, Native American, and South American descent are more likely to be lactose intolerant. So if you ever wondered why you can't enjoy that scoop of ice cream while your friend can, it might just be your ancestry speaking. And that wraps up our 7 fascinating facts about lactose intolerance. And there you have it, 7 intriguing facts about lactose intolerance. We've journeyed through the what, the where, and the why of this common condition, debunking myths and shedding light on the truth. If you've learned something new today, or if this video resonates with you, why not give it a thumbs up and share it with others? We'd love to hear your thoughts, so drop a comment below. Remember, knowledge is power, so keep asking questions and seeking answers. Until next time, stay curious.